Good morning, Sports and Coffee. It is January 17th. We are playing the Patriot Football League's 31st season. We are in Week 12, Game 1. This is the game of the year. The Colorado Coolers are facing the Mesa Machine for the rubber match. These two teams face each other 3 times in the season. Back in Week 3, Mesa came to Colorado, and Colorado set the pace for the division with a 41-6 drubbing of Mesa, letting Mesa know that they have arrived. They are the defending champs, and that they are not going to allow, in the new divisional alignment, Mesa to take their division spot, so to speak. That set the tone. Well, in Week 7, Mesa traveled to Colorado and beat them 35-24. So they're 1-1 against each other. And now they meet in Week 12 for the rubber match. This will determine probably who wins the division and gets the bye in the playoffs. But it's conceivable these teams could tumble down the stretch in the final 4 weeks, and somebody else in the league could snatch the bye. But Colorado Mesa is the game of the year. Why? Because they split in the regular season on each other's turf. Actually, no, it was at Colorado, I believe, that they hammered Mesa, and then Mesa went to Colorado. So let's see here. Yeah, so Colorado had the advantage this year being at home in 2 of the games, but we're in Mesa for the final rubber match game, and both teams are 6-3-1 here at this point. Colorado 6-3-1 on a 3-game winning streak. Mesa 6-3-1, having lost 2 of their last 3. Colorado's offense against this defense is an A in today's game. Mesa's top offense against this top defense is a B in this game. We are using the brand new version 1.7 of Football Time scrimmage for this game. It's a dice pool game. Every team rolls 5 dice. Again, the multiples, the lowest multiples, we look up. If they fail to roll multiples, we have a special chart now. And this is just to determine sacks, fumbles, touchdowns, etc., the D12. All right, so without further ado, the Mesa Machine now would like to win this game, and they would take a stranglehold. Well, not a stranglehold, because, again, they could collapse in the stretch and Colorado could catch them. But this will set probably which team's going to have a bye into the bowl, right? So I have a different, smaller league, and we have a different playoff structure. Only 3 teams make it to the playoffs now, the 2 division winners and the wild card, and the top division winner gets a bye into the actual 31st bowl. So having the bye isn't just a chance to miss a round of the playoffs. You are basically in the bowl game waiting for your opponent. So this game is indeed probably the biggest game in Patriot Football League in years, since the last bowl game, because this may set the tone for who gets the automatic bid into the bowl game. All right, Mesa Machine at home with his top offense coached by Billy Folds. They run a pass-heavy system. Andrews is having a very, very good year, although he is of late in this 2-game, in losing these 2 of 3 games, he has had some serious interception games. I think he had 3 in one game, 2 in the last game. So he's had 5 interceptions in this stretch. Parker's pretty good back. He's aging. Willis has arrived. The fullback has shown unbelievable skills this year. He had 1 game where he had 3 rushing touchdowns. That game is actually one of the biggest games of the year in a 38-31 loss. Parks, their top receiver, is leading the league in receptions and touchdowns. And Kudrick is a great place kicker, and Wilkie is their top return man, and he is a threat. On the flip side, O'Donnell has slowed down in the first 7 games of the year. I should say the first half of the season. O'Donnell's leading the league in defensive points. However, he has since not scored a defensive point, so he's been caught, but I think 3 other players have caught him. Clark is their best defensive player, despite not being the leader on this team right now. And again, their big defensive backs are Borghese and Colburn. On the flip side, coming into town, again, with a rubber match, Jack Shaw coaching a pass-heavy team. Kingfisher, who started out with a TD ratio of 0 at midseason. He was 7-7. Has since he got a 2-1 advantage. So I think he's up to something like 10-8 or 12-8. So he has started to look his form as a championship quarterback. Jordan's had a pretty darn good year, best year he's had yet. Rhodes has actually done all right at fullback. Swanson's been fairly quiet. Boone and Wainwright have been getting touchdown passes from Kingfisher. So maybe the big change in his turnovers is he's no longer targeting his aging top receiver. He's going for his tight end and his flanker. They have a fantastic place kicker in Yoy. Their defense is loaded. Tapper, Clark, Keynes, Weber, Bankhead, Oscar. So they've got, and Oscar is a superstar, probably headed for the Hall of Fame. Oscar is. All right, Mesa Machine, here we go, folks. And again, we take the lowest multiples. So we got 1, 3, 5. Those are irrelevant. 6s are going to be a touchdown for the Mesa Machine. So right out of the gate, the Mesa Machine are going to score a touchdown, and it's going to be 4 is a, where's my touchdowns again on this? This is the new book, so I got to find it. Touchdown is, even is a touchdown pass to 6 to Parks. So Andrews, TD pass to Parks, and because they're on the B chart, they do have to roll the extra point, and they get it PAT. All right, remember, B chart is the only column in which there could be Miss PAT in the football time. Now, in football time scrimmage, it's a touchdown. So I didn't have to do that, actually, in football time scrimmage. All right, here we go. What does the Coolers do? What do the Coolers do on their first drive? They're going to get 2, 2, 3, 3, 6. Well, they have to take the 2s. The 2s on the A chart are a punt. So the Coolers, behind 7-0, midway through the first, had to punt. Mesa's going to end up with 5, 5, 5, 2 1s, but there's more 5s than 1s, so we take the 5s. That's a touchdown. And how do they score their touchdown? It is going to be a touchdown pass to Royce. Andrews starts this game off like the world champion that he is with 2 touchdown passes. This one to Royce. And the PAT is good. Colorado now behind the 8 ball, down 14-0 on the road. Again, this is the biggest game of the year. Maybe the biggest game since the Patriot Football Bowl last time, because it's probably going to put Mesa in their first championship. Oh, no, Colorado says, I don't think so. Not so fast. Touchdown. Colorado with a touchdown pass from Kingfisher to Swanson. There it is. Kingfisher, TD pass to Swanson. Swanson has been quiet during this 3-game winning streak. But folks, Kingfisher has not. It is 7-14. And Mesa Machine better watch their P's and Q's, because Colorado now has shown they are here to play. All right, Mesa starts the second quarter. They're going to get 3. Uh-oh, they're in trouble. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the new rule. If you don't roll a double of any kind, the missing number is what you look up on the special chart. So 2 is sack, fumble, defense, scoops and scores. Andrews is sacked, fumble lost, and there's a scoop and score by 5. That's going to be Keynes. Keynes with a fumble recovery, sack, and fumble recovery, and Keynes takes it back to the house. A linebacker, Keynes scoop and score 7 points. And guess what, folks? It's tied. Colorado has scored a defensive touchdown. Holy cow. Last game, Colorado scored 2 defensive touchdowns in a drubbing of, where is it at? Indy. They beat Indy with 2 defensive scores in that game. Then they beat Dayton 34-10 in the last game. Pounded Dayton. So, again, Colorado's on a 3-game win streak. So, here we go. Mesa's final possession of the first half. That last one killed them. It's going to be 1-1, and so it's going to be 1s. 1s is a punt. So they punt the ball away, and Colorado Coolers now 14-14, the last possession before the half. And they're going to get 3, 3, 3, and 2 6s. They take the 3s. 3 on A is a punt, and that's it, folks. We're going to go in. Colorado Coolers, sack, fumble recovery, scoop and score, and they shut out Mesa in the second. It's 14-14 and a half. I said this would be the game of the year. Colorado beat the Mesa Machine 41-6 in Week 3. In Week 7, Mesa got revenge 35-24, and now we sit 14-14. Colorado coming out of the tunnel after Jack Shaw gives them the speech. right? Telling them here on the road, gentlemen, we can beat Mesa in their house, and we can set the tone to be in the bowl game already before the season's over. And more importantly, Mesa, if they come back to the bowl game for our 4th game of the year, they aren't going to have much confidence they can beat us. So let's get it done. Jack Shaw comes out. It's going to be 4, 4. That's their double, so they're going to get 4s. Colorado on 4s is a touchdown. Holy cow. And that touchdown is a run by Jordan. So Jordan, who's had a really good, strong last 3 weeks. Jordan with a TD run. PAT, it's now 21-14. The Colorado Coolers come out of the tunnel on fire. And we're going to get 4-4-4. That is a field goal for the Mesa Machine. Kudrick with a field goal. So they're hanging in there. Colorado gets another touchdown. They want to put this thing on ice. Colorado's got 4. 2s. And 2s for them is a punt. Mesa does what they need to do. Now they must score a touchdown and make this interesting in the 4th quarter. They're going to get 6, 6, 1, 2, 5. They got it. Touchdown. Mesa Machine answer with a touchdown pass. Andrews, the old vet, TD pass. 2-7 is going to be Realms. The tight end gets loose against these linebackers. And Jordan scores a touchdown for Colorado. Mesa scores 10. Folks, Mesa, Kudrick and Andrews, it is 24-21. Mesa going into the 4th quarter. Jack Shaw paces the sideline talking to his defensive coordinator. We have got to keep them out of the end zone if we're going to win this game in the 4th quarter. The #1 scoring offense 5 years in a row. And Colorado's defense has got their hands full. They are now down by 3 starting the 4th quarter. And Mesa has the luxury of having the ball last. Here we go, Colorado. They're going to go 3-3, 4-4-5. It's going to be 3s. 3s for them is a punt. Jack Shaw now talking to his offensive coordinator, telling him we need to get Swanson or Boone open. The Mesa Machine with a chance to put the game on ice. Oh my God, 6-6, 6-6, 3. Mesa's going to score a touchdown. That touchdown is a pass. Andrews on fire, taking advantage of Oscar and these great DBs. And 2, that's going to be to the running back, Parker, out of the backfield. And man, it's now 31-21. Colorado isn't out yet, but folks, it looks like Mesa at home is going to put Colorado in their place. Colorado's final drive is 5-5. They're going to score a touchdown. That's big. They score a touchdown, and it's going to be a run for Jordan. So Jordan finishes a big drive, TD run. Jordan caps a big run. Now they need the Mesa Machine to have a turnover and a score. So if they fail to roll doubles, and I roll a 1, 2, or the missing number is 1, 2, or 3, those are touchdowns for Colorado. So they want to get some. They want to fail. Colorado wants Mesa to fail at the pool and leave either 1, 2, or 3 off the board so they can score a game-winning touchdown or a game-tying touchdown. No, game-winning touchdown. Yeah, it would be a game-winning touchdown. All right, we got 1. I think they did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They failed to get a double, but 6 is a turnover on downs in the red zone. No points. Mesa Machine drives down. And then basically, folks, that would be a kill clock. They just kneel down, killing clock, and the crowd roaring as they take the victory formation knee, killing clock. So if this had been a 6, and this 1 had been off the board, right, as if whatever, a 5, right, that would have been a score. That would have been a pick 6. So Colorado had a chance to score on defense to win this game, and unbelievable. Andrews throws what turns out to be the game-winning pass. Jordan, they drive down the field and get in themselves. 28 for Colorado and 24-31 for Mesa. Colorado falls to 6-4-1, and they're not out of winning the division, folks. There can be Mesa could stumble down the stretch, but as it is right now, Mesa is having the best season in their history. They are the world champs. At midpoint, they were 5-1-1 and won the world championship against the Denver Snowcats, and now they're trying to win their best. And when I say best season, it's not their best season record-wise, but it's their most impressive season in that they prove they may have championship caliber in their bones as they won the world title. And they are now sitting in the position to get the bye, which puts them directly in the Patriot Football Bowl 31. However, they've got to continue to win. To give you an idea of where the teams are at right now, let me write this in here. Colorado loses the rubber match, so that means Mesa has their number. Colorado scores 28. Mesa scores 31. Let's see here. So to give you an idea what everybody's doing right now, Indy is 4-3-3. El Paso is 3-6-1. And El Paso's in the same division with Colorado and Mesa. So El Paso's not going to make the playoffs unless the other two, unless Colorado and Mesa lose out and somehow El Paso wins out. There'd be tiebreakers involved there. But El Paso is going to be probably dead last in the West. Indy is kind of in a fight for their lives to win the East, which would give them a chance to be in the wild card game. They're 4-3-3. Dayton is 2-8. They're having a very rough year without an offense. They got a brilliant defense. Unfortunately, they're going to have to revamp and probably force some aging vets out of the house. Colorado is again now 6-4-1. Carolina is 5-3-2. They're winning the East. So right now, Indy is fighting with Carolina to win that East. Carolina just whooped Mesa 42-28 last week. So Carolina is no joke, folks, as they beat Mesa 42-28. And last but not least, I think that's it. That's everybody. Yeah, that's all 6 teams. So there you have it. That's where we're at as of week 12. I've got Carolina and El Paso. I do not hold out much hope for El Paso in that game as Carolina has been playing great football. And then Indy will be chasing Carolina. So really, Indy needs Carolina, El Paso to upset Carolina, and Indy has to beat 2-8 Dayton. And then again, we're looking at a serious game between Carolina and Indy in the final couple of weeks. I think they play each other next week. Week 13, yep, Indy and Carolina will probably decide that division, right? And then Mesa Machine plays Indy in week 15. That would be huge. And Colorado would play Carolina in week 15, the final week of the season. Then we're looking at the top team in the league gets a bye automatically into the bowl game. And the winner of the division, the winner of the wild card, number 3 versus number 2, will be in the bowl game against the team with the top record. So that's where we're at right now, folks. Unbelievable. This has been the debut tutorial of Football Time Scrimmage, the brand new version. These charts have changed. There's been a change in what happens when you fill the pool. We got a special results chart. And what else? That's pretty much it. There's been a nomenclature change and an off-season change. The ownership portion is gone. We don't have to worry about folding franchises anymore. We replaced it with a GM check. So pretty cool. Again, this is the PDF. The paperback you must purchase, but the PDF, the ebook of this is free. So again, you can have this, and it costs you nothing other than printing it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Good day.